everyone. Welcome back. Today's activation is about heart coherence in alignment with the first pillar of wealth, which is identity. So, this is wealth without self abandonment. So, who are you when success does not cost you yourself? And what does wealthy leadership look like for you when you're rooted in alignment? And how does your self integrity increase your earning power? So just ask yourself those questions throughout the reading and allow the energy to just sit with you. So usually I shuffle on camera, but the cards had a mind of their own today, and that's okay. So our first card here is Spirit Guides. So being connected to your ancestors, your spiritual lineage, whatever you individually believe that to be for yourself, that is crucial for you, because that is where you are going to receive the data, the intelligence, the information to create what it is you're desiring. And in this card, when I see the image of the white wolf, it makes me think about the moon and Didi's energies associated with the moon. And what does the moon do? Not just physically, but energetically, it illuminates shadow, right? It's our light of the night. So just ask yourself, what is your identity with wealth from the place of your heart? And what parts of you, for that identity to exist in your reality, need to not be part of you anymore? Okay, and so calling cards from heaven, again, whatever it is you're feeling called to do, this is something that you are being called to do spiritually, energetically. Like, this is your purpose as a person. And the breath. So breath work is really, really important. A lot of people focus on meditation, and that's also a very important aspect, but your breath, breathing, that is something that you're doing all the time, regardless of what else is going on around you. You can always control your breath no matter what is happening. So just be mindful that if you are feeling anxious or worried or anything like that throughout your day, breathe through it. If you're feeling pain, a certain emotion, energy, whatever it may be, breathe into that part of your body and allow your energy to move there and flow there. And that's going to help you a lot with sustaining the identity that you're calling in. Yeah, and sitting in the power. So not just meditating, but reflecting on what it is you desire and what that looks like. Sit in that power, sit in that mental image, that dream, that desire that you have for yourself, have for your business. Like, especially if you're someone who wants to build generational wealth, or you're an entrepreneur, think about where you are now, regardless of how much money you have, and where you want to be, and sit with that version of you. Sit with them and think about what they look like and how you can embody them. Because if you can imagine it, you can become it. Moments of gratitude. There is never a bad time for a gratitude rampage. A gratitude rampage, so that's just sitting down, making a list, and just writing down everything that you're grateful for, or you can just sit down and speak these things out loud to the universe. But be grateful. Like, if you make a sale and you have a $1,000 day or a $10,000 day or $1 million, whatever it is, be excited, be grateful, regardless of what the amount is or where you are in your ladder of building, be excited and be grateful for what is coming into you. Animal kingdom. So spirit, animal, guides are really, really important at this time, right? We're seeing this is the year of the fire horse. So we have that depicted. We have a cat, a fish, a dog, a bunny, a turtle. So these are animal spirits that maybe you have them as pets and you already feel a deep connection with them, or maybe you will just see them as symbols as you're making deals, or maybe you see a reading and they talk about a cat or a dog, or you see whatever it is, however it shows up for you. Just trust in your intuition that what you're seeing is meant for you. That's what your animal guides want you to know. Power of empathy. And that's just perfect for what we're talking about. Like, never lose touch with who you are inside. Never lose touch with who you are as a person. Again, okay, so wealth without self-abandonment. Right? Not just having the identity of someone who can be wealthy and hold wealth, but also money doesn't buy happiness. So you are still going to need to take time for yourself to rest, because people who are wealthy are still, at the end of the day, people. They're just asking different questions and making different moves than you, right? So the best way to sustain wealth and hold wealth for not just your lifetime, but lifetimes that are created after yours within your family, you do not abandon yourself. Always stay true to yourself, your authenticity, your heart, your boundaries, because that energy and that intuition is what leads you into being able to sustainably hold wealth, whether you have $100 in your bank account or $1 million. Okay? I have one more deck I want to pull from, and again, was just shuffling. The cards just shot out everywhere, so I'm trusting my intuition that this is just what we need to hear right now. Karmic completion. So we're just coming out of the year of the snake, right? So you have shed the old cycles. You're aware that there are old parts of you, yourself, that they gotta go, right? And the number 10, this is the year 10, and a lot of people are saying, oh, that's a 1, it's a new beginning. Yes and no, because it's not just 1, it's 1 with 0, and 0 is a portal. 0 is like, it's the world, it's the end and the beginning at once. So think about those energies together and how you're simultaneously allowing old things to go so you can step further and further into this identity. And because we are in the double yang fire energy, if you harness that energy correctly, it is the momentum is not only going to be sustainable, but it's going to be exponential as you expand, okay? Follow your dreams. Yeah, I mean, that goes right in line with heart coherence and identity, is make sure you're following your heart and you're doing what you actually want to be doing, what you actually enjoy, what you love, what you're passionate about, you know, those side projects that you enjoy or whatever it is. That is where your heart is calling you, and that's where you need to go. So that way you can continue to hold that energy in a sustainable way within yourself. And 33, communication. Maybe you're a life path 33. I'm a life path 33. So if that resonates for you, love that for you. But communication with this golden energy, I'm feeling the energy of divine communication. Like the universe is literally communicating to you, telling you, letting you know that you need to follow your heart. You need to follow your intuition. That is what is going to lead you with where you want to go and the success that you want to have. It is achievable. It's real. Personal growth. Yeah, I mean, the heart needs to expand. Wealth sustainability is expansion. Anyone who is wealthy understands that you have to expand yourself as a person. The way you think, the way you operate, the way you believe, the kind of systems that you have in your place. Personal growth is necessary, and make sure that you are moving forward in a sustainable way. Spiritual partnership. So if you work with or collaborate with someone else, be very particular about your boundaries, because you want to make sure that you are working with people or making deals, right? A financial deal is also an energy exchange. That's a relationship. That's a person that you now have to deal with for a very long time if things don't go the way you want, right? So spiritual partnership, make sure that you're entering into divine partnership, right? Like you feel, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, listen to your heart. If you meet with someone and you have a bad feeling about something, don't go buy a business from that person. There may be something going on that you don't know about. I mean, and this can be applicable to any kind of relationship that you have in your life. Make sure that the people who are meant to be in your life, that those are the people that are around and that you interact with. Because if someone is not supportive of this version of you that you want to become, that is a red flag for you. Okay, and again, intuition, confirmation of what I was just saying. Really follow that gut instinct. You know, that gut instinct is our solar plexus chakra, our gut right there. And it is connected into our lower heart. So those two areas, they're connected and they flow together. And make sure that you are tapped in, tuned in, open, expanding, and just that you are aware. Because it will lead you into adventure, and that is how it should feel and how it should be when you are expanding and building yourself, building your own empire, building your wealth. This should be an adventure for you, which means there's going to be many turns, right? Things may not be perfect all the time. You may make a mistake, learn from it, recover, you know, different things can happen, but be grateful for it, for the adventure that it is, because anything can change. Life can change so fast. Things can happen so fast. This year, the energy of the year alone is going to feel fast, and things are going to move really quickly. So just make sure that that yin energy, that water energy is coming in and flowing into your life, so that way you can experience that sustainable balance, moving through your goals and your desires. Leadership. So you are someone who, you're meant to be in charge, right? You know you're a leader. You know that you don't need to be, told what to do, micromanage, whatever. And lean into that feeling. Lean into that, your intuition telling you that you can do this. Be confident, show up, make the right moves, think and get really, really clear on your identity and how you are going to not just lead other people, but lead yourself through the transformations and the transitions that are going to expand you this year. Thank you for your time. If you listened all the way to the end, if you would like to experience the full activation and deepen your connection to this frequency, the complete session is available. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be pinned in the comments. If you're on Insta, then you will see it through the link in bio. But you can also learn about what the 5 pillars of wealth are there as well. So I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.